Welcome to Notes from the Field for week 49 in the Year of the Body 2021. The Year of the Body is just about to end. And each one of these explorations, each Sunday in my Notes from the Field has been a revelation. 2021 has had a most extraordinary story to tell, and that story is coming alive in and through and as us. You can receive my Notes from the Field newsletter in your email, and you can click on the link below if you don't already get it to subscribe. Or you can click on subscribe to the YouTube channel to hear me read it to you, or both. Why not both? Because as I read it to you, I do always digress and tell you a little bit more. And you get to hear it and see it not just with me, Janet Connor at janetconnor.com, prayer artist, mystic witch, mistress of the thresholds, producer and director in the theater of the miraculous, and anything else she asked me to do. But you get to watch it with Hilda Moore of Weird. How many people get to have a handmade witch doll on their desk talking to you? And of course, Joan of Arc, my queen, my goddess, my beauty, my wonder. I get a big kick out of reading these to you, just so you can experience all three of us reading them to you. So here we are on the week of the body, the year of the body, week 49, in which we are invited to dance with the magic of the sacred feminine at solstice. I am just now recovering from the lunar eclipse on November 19th. I know that an intense birth experience happened, a birth that will reveal something important about the life that wants to be lived in and through and as me, and in and through and as you in 2022. A couple weeks ago in these Notes from the Field newsletters, I talked about being utterly exhausted after that lunar eclipse and surprising myself by needing to sleep like 13 hours a night. But I really wasn't surprised to hear that many of you are having the same experience and sleeping more too. I am a little bit less exhausted now, but I'm still sleeping 10, 11, once in a while, 12 hours a night. So I sure didn't feel like I was ready for the total solar eclipse we all experienced last Saturday, but she came anyway. And her Sagittarius arrow pierced right through whatever remained of our well-fortified illusions about our lives, inviting us to see the truth. Or maybe I shouldn't call it an invitation. For many of us, it felt a whole lot more like a command. You will finally see what you have been unwilling to see. I know I will need a week or more of deep soul writing and probably a week or more of deep soul sleeping to even begin to integrate these intense revelations of truth. But wait, as those annoying ads always said, there's more. Winter solstice is arriving on December 21st. And ready or not, she is going to pierce the longest night with a dawn that carries us all the way to the longest day and the most light on the summer solstice next June. Year in and year out, time beyond time, time after time, we have gathered in communities to dance in awe and wonder at this mighty moment of light. We didn't learn this in school, I didn't. But in ancient times, we all gathered in tombs, for example, in Newgrange in Ireland, stone circles like Stonehenge in England, or astronomical observatories everywhere around the world, like the one at Monte Alban in Oaxaca, Mexico. The purpose was to welcome the return of the light with reverence, ceremony, story, and song. The stories told in all these times and all these places were the stories of the magical birth of a divine child to a magical divine mother. But these stories were not relegated to myth. They are as real today as they were 10,000 years ago. At this sacred portal, the divine birth canal, the light of Shekinah, call her Our Lady, Sophia, Tara, Pele, Hecate, Isis, any name you love, she spills starlight directly into our bodies and asks us to fertilize it with our prayers and our tears. As our ancestors knew, this is a time of magic, big magic. And today, thanks to the wild dance of the celestial goddesses and gods that we know as the planets and constellations, even more magic than usual awaits us at this solstice moment of time. I knew we were entering a time of magic, in large part because elemental astrologer and depth numerologist Emma Kupu Mitchell speaks to us about these celestial goings-on at all of my prayer intensive gatherings. Emma helps us prepare for the latest turns and twists and movements in the celestial dance, but reminds us every single time this isn't happening in the skies, it's happening in our bodies. Emma and I have felt for quite a while that we need to gather as a community to honor, cherish, integrate, and celebrate this sacred birthing at the winter solstice. So last year, the completion of what we, I know this is comical now, thought would be the end of the year of COVID, we asked Rabbi Tirzah Firestone, who had led us in an incredible prayer intensive, finding Shekinah, the radical path of light in the tree of life. We asked her, hey, would you like to lead us in a sacred winter solstice event? So the inaugural winter solstice gathering last December of 2020, it was a truly holy experience. It was filled with prayer, astrology, music, chant, deep soul writing, ritual, healing. So last month, Rabbi Tirzah sent an email to Emma and me and asked if we'd like to talk about a winter solstice event for 2021. Well, the answer to that is yes. So when we got on Zoom, Emma took us straight to the big celestial events that bracket the solstice this December. Venus goes retrograde on December 19th. She's guiding our values, the power of our love, our sacred heart love magic. Saturn and Uranus have their final square on December 24th. This is the culminating face-off between authority and the magic of freedom. Jupiter moves into Pisces on December 28th, giving us a glimpse of what is coming next April at the conjunction with Neptune, which has not happened since 1856. So who's Neptune? Neptune is about dreams, imagination, spirituality, this big, expansive, mystical connection to the magic of the sacred feminine. Do you hear the theme? Do you hear the theme? The one word repeating in these massive celestial dances is magic. So of course, when Tirzah went back to design, what are we going to call this? What's the flow of the event? She sent back an email, said, let's call it Abracadabra. Did you know that Abracadabra is a Hebraic term? It means I speak, thus I create. So Abracadabra is not a pretend to be magic word. It's the real deal. And it could not be a more perfect name for our very special winter solstice gatherings. The first is on Sunday, December 19th, before the solstice, and the second is on Sunday, December the 26th, after the solstice. In between, Tirzah is going to give us a personal prayer and release ritual that we can conduct on our own, in our own time zone, on the actual solstice day where we live. to ensure that as many people around the world can be with us live, we're going to gather from 2 to 4 p.m. on both of those Sundays, Eastern. It's taken me a while to kind of find the perfect time, but this time, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, accommodates our friends in Hawaii, where it'll be 9 a.m., all the way across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and the Caribbean, where it'll be anywhere from 11 a to 3 p.m. Jumping over the pond in Ireland, the UK, Europe, where it'll be 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Now, it will be the wee hours in the Pacific Rim, where it will also be the summer solstice. But by the time I think we get to New Zealand, it still fits a good time where you could join us live. But the whole thing is recorded if you can't be with us live. And that's true of every event I ever offer. So the big truth is she, by whatever name or nature you know her, is ready to give birth to her precious divine child in each one of us, in me, in Rabbi Tirzah, in Emma, in you. No matter how or where you celebrate solstice, open your heart, open your body, open your prayers, open your entire being to allow her to plant the seed of her most precious divine child in you. Happy, happy solstice.